Let's go ahead and work through target number 2 today. Wonderful job yesterday, you guys, with target number 1. Target number 2 is going to be algebraic expressions rather than numerical that we saw yesterday. So as we look here and we talk about the difference between numerical expressions in our target number 1 and algebraic expressions, which is our target number 2, we'll see in this picture here that now we have variables that we're going to be evaluating. So the thing that I want to show here is when we say evaluate, wherever we see x, we're putting in a value of 2, and wherever we see y, we're putting in a value of 6. And notice when we're plugging these things in, we're not just writing 2 in place of our x and 6 in place of our y. We have to use parentheses whenever we plug something in. So that is my reminder before we get started. So when we talk about a variable, we put this in a place of something that is unknown. So when we're able to define that, for example, when we are able to say that x is 2, we can actually take this, like we saw in our last example, put it in with parentheses in for x, and we can solve this. So now we're back to a numerical expression because now we have just numbers. So in GEMDAS, we'll do multiplication first. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 5 will give us 13. So we evaluated this when x is 2. All right, so let's go ahead and work through some level 1 examples. So keeping in mind as we're plugging in these values, we're plugging them in with parentheses. So in this first one, wherever I see an x, we know x has the same value as -1. So wherever we see x, we'll put -1 in parentheses. So now we have multiplication and addition, and we know multiplication comes first. So 4 times -1 gives us -4. And now -4 gets 6 bigger, brings us to +2. Our next one here, wherever we see p, we can plug in 5 for p. So p squared plus 7 is what we're evaluating. So 5 squared, again, is the same as 5 times 5. 5 is our base, and we're writing it out twice. So 5 times 5 gives us 25 plus 7 is 32. So there's some level 1 examples. Let's take a look at level 2. So again, wherever we see x, we're plugging in 1. So in the parentheses, we have 1 take away 3, which gives us -2. Now since I've simplified my parentheses here, I can get rid of them. So we have -2 get 6 bigger, which brings us to 4. Next one here, wherever I see w, I'm going to put 1/2. So we have 2w. Instead of w, we'll put in 1/2 plus 4. So starting in these parentheses, I have multiplication and addition. We'll start with multiplication. 2 times 1/2, we can think of if we had 2 halves, that's going to make a whole. So that's going to give us 1. Staying in the parentheses, 4 plus 1 is 5. And now we have multiplication. 3 times 5 gives us 15. On to some level 3 examples. These get quite a bit trickier. So wherever I see, now we have multiple variables. Wherever I see m, I'm putting 4. Wherever I see p, we'll put 5. We'll try and work with some different colors here. Wherever I see q, we'll put 3. So here we are. Our first letter is p. So we'll put in 5. And then we have minus. 9 minus m plus q. So m is 4, q is 3. So we've filled in our blanks here. Now we can do some simplifying. So let's start in our innermost parentheses. 4 plus 3 is 7. Now I see a spot here. Let's continue to simplify inside. 9 minus 7 is 2. And now we're left with 5 take away 2, which is 3. One more example here. So again, now this time, wherever we see y, we're going to put 10. Wherever we put z, we'll put 2. So y is 10, so we'll put that in to start. Minus z is 2 plus another z, which is 2 squared. All right, so starting in the parentheses, we have addition and we have an exponent. So 2 squared is like 2 times 2, so that'll give us 4. So here's what we've got here. Now staying in the parentheses, 2 plus 4 is 6. 10 take away 4, or sorry, 10 take away 6 is 4.